When will you learn? When will you learn, draconian reptilians? Queen Elizabeth, I know you down here running shit. You see, you need to let your people know, man, that this shit is over with. Alright, bitch? Let your people know, bitch. You old. I'm not gonna give you that energy. Because that's what you like. You feed off that type of frequency, so I can't even give it to you. Let me give you the frequency you don't feed on. How you doing? How you doing, being? Queen Elizabeth. Now, I need you to do me a favor. I don't ask much of you. I don't ask any of you. I don't ask shit from you. Let your people know this shit is over with. Okay? And y'all can't hide in that palace. Yeah, I know y'all got all type of tunnels that lead to this city and that city, but that ain't gonna help y'all. Queen Elizabeth, you do know that right now people are realizing that you run the whole everything, right? See, this illusion is breaking down, Queen Elizabeth.
I've been telling y'all that the queen she jumps bodies. Everybody in the royal family are body jumpers. They are body snatchers. All right. So what is a body snatcher? A body snatcher is anytime you have an extraterrestrial race that invades a foreign planet and they are able to take on the shape of or the avatar of beings on that planet, of the indigenous beings to that planet. So on this planet, you need one of these type of bodies full of neuromelanin to move around, because the atmosphere will kill you if you don't. See, this neuromelanin protects us. What they call black, you say black, the darker it protects you. That's strength. It's a prerequisite of being able to move around on this realm known as Earth or Planet Kai. Okay. Now, human beings, due to the fact that they aren't from this environment, this is the real reason why the sun fucks y'all up, because your avatar lacks the neuromelanin, which is what's a prerequisite of what's needed to walk around in this atmosphere. So the human being race, literally, you would have been left of spontaneous combustion if it wasn't no Anunnaki gods here. So if it was no gods and goddesses on this realm, human beings can't be here at all neither. Okay? It worked both ways. If there's no Anunnaki gods and goddesses, so basically, you gotta have to understand that to understand what a body snatcher is. Okay? Why I'm talking about body snatchers and conscious transferral. All right, so the conscious is in the soul, literally, but at the same time, if you have a spirit, you still have a form of consciousness. It's just a synthetic version of consciousness. So human beings, because they lack a soul, they don't have a pure consciousness. They have a synthetic form, but they live through the spirit. So they are still a being. They are still energy. They are still electricity. All right. So now that's a human being. So to be on planet Kai and to be able to live off all of her abundance that's here naturally and to be able to connect with it, communicate with it, you need neuromelanin. Anything without neuromelanin will die. All right. So literally, if a human being was to stay in the sun long enough, they eventually would leave. They would die. They would transcend. Okay, or die. Human beings die. They the only thing that die on the planet is human beings. Everything else transcends. Okay, so what's the difference between transcending and death? Okay, death means one and done, it's over with. So human beings being six ether beings, having two series of DNA, all right, being from the sixth universe. Okay, they don't have a soul. The soul is what makes you immortal. So this is what immortal, all right, is. Mortal is when you don't have a soul. Okay? Animals have souls and spirits, so they are immortal. They'll never die, but they will transcend. Gods, we have soul and spirit, so we will never die. We can only transcend. All right? Just keep listening to me, God. Let me pin your comment. Shout out to C. Jones who said I thought energy couldn't die. It can't. Energy doesn't die. The way I'm saying it, you probably perceiving it wrong, but energy never dies. Okay, but human beings, though, young guy, C. Jones, one, shout out to you. Human beings, God, they don't have a soul. All right, so they have electricity. Right, so they have a weakened form of electricity at that. It's not the power. It's a synthetic form. I might have said synthetic form of energy. They have a synthetic form of electricity. So a human being only has one life. One life. All right. When they hear. That's it. It's over with. All right. There's no going on to other realms and realities. Peace, God. Peace, reflection. Giving this download on live real quick. Definitely see we got the God out here.
I said y'all continue to be great and move in greatness at all times.
Definitely. So I say definitely. So you got them, bro. Phone spit on you. So now human beings, right? Hear me, vibe with me. Human beings, right? They have electricity. But they are single-celled organisms. So what's single-celled? That means they only live once, y'all. So, we got to stay on electricity right now. Because I like God. Like how God said, I thought energy couldn't die. I had to pin that because that's a good. We in class right now. That was a good question. I appreciate that because we got to get it down so you can understand what just happened with Queen Elizabeth. Okay, so understand the atmosphere you're on. This is planet Kai. You need neuromelanin to use to be able to communicate, to network, to act. You have a lot of power on this planet in abundance, right? But you will need neuromelanin. It's the key to connect with nature. Without neuromelanin, you have no connection to nature, and nature is the planet. Okay? Nature is the planet. Okay? So, now, human beings, they only have one life. They only get one. So this is why they thought us to believe we only get one life. Okay? Now, let me explain to you why human beings only have one life. Because of the atmosphere, and they only have a spirit, which is electricity. But it's synthetic electricity. They don't have the pure plasma energy type electricity that we have. Because remember, when they were created, Zeus gave them their electricity. He didn't go to source and get the electricity. The electricity that's in Zeus or Satan and all the fallen gods that we now call fallen angels, they got the same electricity in them that we got in us, because we all got all the Anunnaki gods, your black and Latino people up to date. We got all our electricity from source. The human beings didn't get that, so they only live once. This is why they started spreading that bullshit on us. Exactly. You only live once, one life only. Because when you took on that concept, that spell, when you accepted that spell, when our people accepted the spell that we only live once, that allowed fear to come in, which is another what? Fallen angel. Okay? So human beings only get one life. Why? Because it's a metaphysical thing. They lack a soul and they lack neuromelanin. They have a spirit. They are single-celled organisms. Meanwhile, you have trillions of cells in your body. Okay? They only have one cell. Okay? Understand the science of the difference between gods and humans. Now, Queen Elizabeth is not a god or a human being. Okay? Queen Elizabeth and the royals are not human beings at all. They are reptilians. Okay? Now, what are reptilians? You have a lot of different type of reptilians, all right? But the exact breed of reptilian that Queen Elizabeth comes from, they are called the Alpha Draconian reptilians, and they come from the Draco star system, or the Draco constellation, or the Draco galaxy. Okay? Demigods are 9 ether beings. Right? Anytime you mix the God gene with anything, it dominates that. Okay? We are the dominant gene. So if a God has sex with a white woman, their baby will be a 9 ether being. Because our gene is dominant. The white gene is recessive. Okay? I'm giving you science. Our gene is dominant, their gene recessive. So, you have to understand that this is why the human beings, the hierarchy human being, that's the only reason they made segregation legal. Because they don't know shit. So once they start learning that, hold on, if we actually allow these gods to have sex with, have babies and procreate with our women, through them we still live. This is why I be against interracial marriages, interracial relationships, because they don't give a fuck about you. They're literally using your genetics to keep their gene living. It's breeding. It's called breeding.
So this is the one that I have. I met him in 2014, but he wasn't on the market yet. So in 2016, he was on the market, and I decided to see if it was a good investment for me.
Welcome back to Sophie to LA. We're here with
Emily B.
Emily B. Where are you from, Emily?
Massachusetts.
Massachusetts. That's awesome. So for you, black guys or white guys?
Black guys.
Okay. Can you elaborate as to why specifically black guys?
Yes, black guys are melanated, and I want my children to survive. I want my children to survive. I want my children to survive, and I know that the only way for them to survive in the future is for them to have melanin in their skin. So that's the way for me to, make my legacy continue. Make my legacy continue. Make my.
Okay. It's called breeding. All right? It's called breeding. So, understand that concept. Now let's get to the royals. The royals are not human beings. They are reptilians. Okay? You have a lot of different reptilians, but they are from the Alpha Draconians. So the Alpha Draconian reptilians they stand from anywhere from, like I said, they can be from 10 feet tall to as big as 25, 30 feet tall. They are the dominant reptilian race species. They are the dominant reptilian race amongst the reptilian species. Okay? They are called Alpha Draconians. Because you got people, reptilians, but they don't understand. They're not tapped in the source, so they trending. They just going off what's trending. You tell them to break down the different, how many species of reptilian race is it? They can't even tell you. They can't name the different reptilian species and what planets they own and what's... So, they might not even know. You get what I'm saying? Queen Elizabeth and the royals, they are the Alpha Draconian reptilians. In the way they look, they the biggest of the reptilians, and they the strongest of the reptilians, and they are also the most sinister. So these Alpha Draconians are bullies. They're very low vibrational. Okay? They're very low vibrational, and they are the pirates of the cosmos. So they go planet to planet, hijacking planets for their resources, just like they did when they came here. It's all about the resources. Okay, so the royal family, this is another reason why they don't marry or have sex outside of them. If you know anything about the royals, nigga, yes, they are all related. So when you see Queen Elizabeth with her husband, that's her fucking cousin. That's her fucking brother. When you see Prince George and Prince him with her, that they be cousins, they be brothers, they be real family, and they have to have sex amongst each other because they have to keep the breed pure, because they are a different species altogether. So you have to understand why they practice incest. They are a different species altogether. So to keep their species pure, they only have sex and marry amongst each other. The royals. A lot of people know that, but they didn't know why. I'm just telling you why. There's no such thing as reptilians, naysayers out there. I'm just telling you why. Now, understanding that, if you understand that concept, if they reptilians, so why they look human? Because the reptilians, they like to shapeshift into the form of human beings so that they can move amongst us. Now, this goes back to electricity and magnetism. We have spirit and soul. The God race have spirit and soul. That's electricity and magnetism. So because we have electricity and magnetism, we are the divine being. We are the creative all. The Alpha Draconian reptilian can never shapeshift into a God physique. We, being infinite intelligence, when we land on this planet, we can take on these avatars. You get what I'm saying? These avatars alone are powerful in technology. So we can go in them. We are infinite intelligence, luminous beings that we are. But the Alpha Draconian reptilians, when they come here, they have to take on a body to walk amongst us, but it can't be ours. So this is why they have to take on the weakest body, which is the human being body. And that's why they shapeshift into human beings. Okay? So this is the true reason why reptilians shapeshift into human beings. You can't even take on this avatar unless you are an Anunnaki god or goddess. You have to be infinite consciousness to take on these vessels. A reptilian can only shapeshift into a human being. A reptilian can't even shapeshift into a goddamn demigod. This is a genetic thing. But back to Queen Elizabeth. So if we understand the concept more, like, okay, the reptilians have to take on human being shapes, because the avatar in a human being is a weaker gene. So now we be like, okay, now we can really dive into what's happening with the royals. So when I sit here and tell you that the royals are the same motherfuckers that been here since they landed, you should be able to understand that now. Because these are the same Alpha Draconians that landed here, took on the shapes of human beings, and became the royals. Because the only real human beings that run shit is the 13 families. But guess what? They not higher than the royals. It gets no higher than the royals. The royals look like human beings, though. The royals look like human beings. Right? But your human being families would be your Bilderbergers, your Rothschilds, your Bilderberger groups, the Rockefellers, the 13 families, the elites. Those are your human families that run shit. That's working with the other side. That's working with Satan. But it's a family above the 13 families, and they are called the royals. The most powerful family on the fucking planet that runs everything is the British royals, y'all. They own America and everything else. Federal Reserve, all that. And who are the royals? An extraterrestrial race, nigga. And where do the royals get their command from? Directly from Satan himself. You got to understand the chain of command. And the Pope also is a human being spliced, the spirit of a human being spliced with reptilian consciousness. Okay, so the Pope is the same Pope too. Like the same, all the popes how they be changing, it's the same motherfucker. What they do is they let that body get so old, and once that body gets so old, they lie that body on the table, and just like in Get Out, they bring another body and lie that body on the table, and they put them under surgery. They cut the scalp of their head open, go inside. I'm telling you, the physical procedure, the scientific procedure to this shit, the medical procedure to transfer your conscious. So they cut the top of their head open. So like right now, Queen Elizabeth, she ain't dead. Like Prince Charles didn't die. All they did was took that body, like, oh, this body getting too weak. I need a new body. So they took that body, put her ass in the room, went and found a new body that's gonna have to be a royal. Merged them, put the bodies next to each other. So they transferred Queen Elizabeth consciousness into a whole new body. And now it's gonna be a new queen. And then they'll try to let that body age so long, and once that body get weak, go into another body. That's what they do. And they did the same thing with Prince Charles when they did him and DMX on the same day. So with Queen Elizabeth, nigga, they picked 2/22/22 to do it. They gave it away right there. They picked 2/22/22 to do it. Why? Because 2/22/22 was a very powerful portal. When all them numbers line up like that, the numbers mean something. And remember that we don't have time. So what they did was they know that on certain energy cycles, we got major things going. Portals, vortexes, certain energies come onto the planet, certain spirits come onto the planet. So what they do is they take those energy cycles and they rename them days. And they'll make a holiday on a day that's really an important energy cycle. Like winter, for example. The whole time that's considered winter is one of the most powerful moments of the planet, the winter solstice. But they got your ass, they got the planet so fucking cold that you can't even go outside and take on that energy. They don't do that spring, summer, fall, because that portal not open. But when that portal open, you know it is winter. They turn on their weather maker machines, make it cold, snow, all that to keep you out of that energy.
Oh yeah, we gonna get deep, because you better understand something. It's two people on this thumbnail today that I got up there for a reason. I could have just took a picture of DMX and put him up there by himself. I put a picture of DMX next to the prince who died, allegedly, for a reason.
Let him who has eyes see clearly. Let's listen, though. Let me speed it up. Listen to this, y'all. For those who forgot, before you let them lie and say DMX he just died. No, they killed him, man. These elites. And these are the people that we got to go to war with. These are the same people who I'm talking about with the fake pandemic and corona and all that shit.
What I'm going to speak on is the thing that's on my mind the most. You know what I'm saying? The thing that we don't got to deal with every day, but don't really know. The industry.
Listen. Listen. Hold on. Let me start it over. Listen. Pay attention. I don't see nobody joking or nothing in the comments. We in class. Pay attention. Listen.
What I'm going to speak on is the thing that's on my mind the most. You know what I'm saying? The thing that we don't got to deal with every day, but don't really know. The industry. The industry. Man, it's not the same. Does it have to do with talent? It's about playing the game.
Listen to him.
The industry. Real niggas is dying to get in. The industry. Justifying they don't fit in. The industry ain't what it used to be. The industry's trying to control the way you MC.
Listen.
Dress like this and talk like that. But I'm going to dress like this and talk with the bat.
Listen.
The industry got your word meaning nothing. The industry, fuck what you heard because he's bluffing. The industry, money, bitches, hate, for that day to try to take a fucking thing off my plate. The industry like, wait! But in the streets, we like, get 'em. 17 up in that thing. Get them sleeping and hit 'em. The industry, if you ain't got a strong mind, the industry will break you down. It's a matter of time. The industry, vultures with nothing to feast on. See me? I'm getting my beast on. The industry, stay in the dirt, play in the dirt. Test the wrong one in the industry and you will get hurt. I'm not an industry artist. I'm an artist in the industry. So I do what the fuck I want because nobody can finish me.
Listen to him. He talking to them.
The industry, wanted, dead or alive, new artists to sell their souls in the way they survive.
Listen.
The industry don't give a fuck about you.
Listen.
But the industry couldn't make a dime without you.
Listen, nigga.
The industry, I'm sick of this industry shit. The industry playing them like an industry bitch. They tried to finish me quick, but I am long, so I stand strong.
Hold on.
The beat. Listen to the words.
Hold on. Fuck that. Hell no. Hell no. You see what I'm saying? As a motherfucker, not only is my third eye open, as a grandmaster teacher teaching y'all down here on this planet, you feel me? Listen. I am not finna let they ass and let y'all forget. On my watch, y'all ain't gonna forget on my watch. Now, if you still wanna think he died and was he overdosed? Nigga, that's 13 years ago, nigga. That's 13 years ago. Before they even really start attacking him. After that, that's when they started attacking him, nigga. Man, you better listen to him when he was telling y'all right there. He sound like me. He sound like Young Pharaoh. He sound like Ralph Smart and any intellect or anybody that y'all call a conspiracy theorist that's trying to wake y'all up and tell y'all what's going on. Now, if you in my university, I've been telling y'all they came at me like that 2 years ago. And I had heard him say that years ago, and I didn't even believe that. Just like other people don't. I know how the industry works. I know this for a fact that this is how it works. That's why I told y'all about the King Von sacrifice, nigga. And see, the people that's making these artists do this is the same motherfuckers created coronavirus. These are the same people that's put AIDS in the community, guns in the community, drugs in the community, and locking you up for it. These are the same people that make presidents to run their company and got you thinking that your vote matters. These are the same people that enslaved us originally, that invaded our planet and killed off everything on our planet. These are the same people. He talking about the same people. And I want you to notice today that the Prince died. Keep that in y'all mind. We ain't got to him yet. You think it's a coincidence that DMX and the Prince is on the same cover? What they got to do with each other? What does DMX have to do with the Prince? Why is they right next to each other? And so many celebrities already, look, as soon as he got killed, I seen Jada Pinkett, a bunch of
class A celebrities. You good? You can walk past. You good? You good? Don't matter. Like a bunch of class A celebrities. You hear me? A bunch of class A celebrities. A bunch of class A celebrities. You hear me? Like saying rest in peace DMX. But see, what y'all gotta understand is when they do the blood sacrifice, like once the elite sacrifice somebody who has like went against the somebody that has went against the grain, right? All the class A celebrities have to show they allegiance to these elites. So like that's why when you see people die, like when Nipsey Hussle died, and you see all them class A celebrities shouting them out, they have to do that. The elites make them do that. That's their way of like basically verifying the sacrifice. It's sick. Like when they be like rest in peace, all the celebrities, like the top ones, like, oh man, we just lost this person. I can't believe that be their way. Listen to me, y'all don't hear me. They be in on it. They be already knowing about it. So once the celebrity is sacrificed, now all them other class A's, they got to come and say rest in peace and this and that. And then notice, you'll know the ones that's in on it because TMZ or certain major outlets are just highlight those certain artists who said rest in peace about that specific artist. Pay attention. Pay attention. Pay attention. Let him who has eyes see clearly. You don't hear me though. When these motherfuckers be saying, like when the fans say rest in peace, like y'all be meaning it. You see what I'm saying? Like we be meaning it. Like damn, Joe. Cause see, we didn't grew this relationship with them. But the other celebrities, they pledge to the elites too. So they gotta do that or they'll get killed too. You know? Because DMX was killed because he was looked at as somebody that went against the grain. Him, Prince, like when you go against the grain, they do you dirty like that. You know what I'm saying? They do you dirty. It's a dirty game. It's a dirty game. You hear me? And that's why I want, and I've been telling people this before I play this DMX speech on my channel. I got 100, this makes 100, my 109th video on this channel. We're at almost 10,000 subscribers, all right? We ain't even a year old yet. This channel will be a year old officially June 11th, 2021, right? Shout out to all of y'all. I appreciate all of y'all. I love and understand all y'all. Shout out to the guys and goddesses. Shout out to all the human beings too that's vibrating high out there that ain't racist. You hear me? But this is a fact, y'all. This must be stopped. Nigga, do you know how many celebrities they done killed and got you thinking they died this way and that way and that away and this away and that away and this away and that away? And then the motherfuckers that participated are aware, instead of them like standing up for they fellow celebrities, you know, they scared too. So they just like, fuck it, we gonna just watch him die and we just gonna keep the ball going. Pay attention to this though, man. This don't seem awkward to y'all. I just want to know. I'm just asking questions for a friend. Like, I'm here to activate your third eye. This is the third eye activation channel right here. This don't seem odd to y'all. I'm just asking questions for a friend. Let's think today. Let's think while it's still legal here. Let's think while it's still legal here, people. Let's think while it's still legal. Does this not look weird to you? That don't look weird to you? That doesn't, does that make sense to you? Does that make sense to you? I'm just asking questions for a friend today. We just asking questions. Does this make sense to you? Pay attention. Pay attention. Remember what he was just talking about 13 years ago in that video I just showed y'all. Hold on now. Hold on now. Look, notice the prince's age, 99. And he's a shapeshifter. He's draconian reptilian. All the royals are. They're blood drinkers. That's why they gotta make this why they make all the elites and entertainers drink blood. Because that's who runs this shit. Look how they talked about him. Look, brilliant but troubled musician dies at 50. Why they just couldn't say brilliant musician dies at 50? And why the fuck they not saying his name like he don't got a name? The rapper. Why they didn't put DMX? The same ink and font that they used to write the rapper, pay attention, they could have put DMX. All right? The Prince and the rapper. Light codes. Notice these dates. April 11, 2021. 4/11/2021. 4/11/21. 4/11/21. The Prince Daily News. Sorrow from Britain to Yonkers. The Prince and the rapper. There's some light codes on here. It is some light codes all on here for you. You know, to be honest with y'all, I'm gonna be real with y'all, man. Basically, this means that they hijacked DMX's soul and his spirit. The Prince has now transferred his spirit and soul into the old vessel of DMX. Although DMX is gonna be, they're telling us DMX is dead. DMX will still be alive in one of the many underground cities and facilities that these elites have. They have whole cities underground. When you think a lot of celebrities die, they don't. They take over their body sometime and go live as them in whole cities underground. Or sometimes they completely do they really do, kill them. But in DMX case, they did the worst thing that could be done. They hijacked his consciousness. All right? Which is why it says the Prince died. And the rapper, the Prince and the rapper. Beloved Royal was gone at age 99. All right? So they showed you conscious transferal in the movie Get Out. Okay? So the whole world is a stage. So the DMX, the rapper, we know will be labeled as dead to the public. We'll think he's dead. But in reality, he's still alive in a whole nother underground city. And he's being lived. His vessel, his spirit and soul has been hijacked. So that means he's still in that vessel, but he has no control. And this entity, this reptilian that we knew as the Prince, has now took on this shape. Open your eyes, man. Look at how they mention him even after he left. I've never seen a celebrity of such stature get so utterly disrespected in so many little words. And they did it so smooth. Look at this. Beloved Royal is gone at age 99. The Prince. And look at him. Brilliant, the rapper. Brilliant, but troubled musician. He dies at 50. Man, look how they disrespect him. Look, they want to be us so bad, and because they have now hijacked a carbonated being vessel, look what color they put the Prince in. Black. They could have left the Prince in white font. The Prince is in black font for a reason. It's deeper than yin yang. It's about conscious transferal. The Prince has now entered this carbonated being altered state. They have hijacked his pineal, which can be done. You know what I'm saying? If they get a hold of your physical avatar, go watch Get Out. That's a good movie that kind of looked into behind the scenes of Hollywood. And then down here, they gave him the white. But he's a carbonated being, though, or was a carbonated being while in the flesh here. And they gave him the white ink. The duality of black, white, right? And you wouldn't even see that. If your third eye is closed, you wouldn't see that. That'd just be a cover to you. You should ask yourself, what the hell is he on the cover with him for? They have nothing to do with nothing. With each other in no form, shape, way, or fashion. So you telling me in Britain they give a fuck about what DMX was rapping about? No. But I will tell you what they gave a fuck about. The Britain, the royals, who are draconian reptilian shapeshifters, they do run everything. And they give a fuck about this. They never forgot this. They never forgot this. And they told him they was going to get his ass. And he knew they was coming for him eventually. And that's why he was saying this years ago. And right when he started getting healthy now and started kicking gyms, they took him right on out.
It's the thing that's on my what I'm saying? The thing that we don't gotta deal with every day, but don't really know. The industry. The industry. Man, it's not the same. Doesn't have to do with talent. It's about playing the game. The industry. Real niggas is dying to get in. The industry. Just to find they don't fit in. The industry ain't what it used to be. The industry's trying to control the way you MC. They want you to dress like this and talk like that. But I'm going dress like this and talk with the bat. The industry got your word meaning nothing. The industry, fuck what you heard because he's bluffing. The industry, money, bitches, hate, for that day to try to take a fucking thing off my plate.
Listen.
The industry like, wait! But in the streets, we like, get 'em. 17 up in that thing. Catch 'em sleeping and hit 'em. The industry, if you ain't got a strong mind, the industry will break you down. It's a matter of time.
Listen.
The industry, vultures with nothing to feast on.
Listen.
See me? I'm getting my beast on. The industry, stay in the dirt, play in the dirt. Test the wrong one in the industry and you will get hurt.
Listen.
I'm not an industry artist. I'm an artist in the industry. So I do what the fuck I want because nobody can finish me.
You hear him?
The industry, wanted, dead or alive, new artists to sell their souls in the way they survive.
You hear him?
The industry don't give a fuck about you. But the industry couldn't make a dime without you. The industry, I'm sick of this industry shit. The industry playing them like an industry bitch. They tried to finish me quick, but I am long, so I stand strong.
You hear him?
Fuck the beat. Listen to the words of the damn song.
You hear him?
I only know how to speak the truth, you know what I'm saying? So I got a little short joint I'm gonna hit you with, you know what I'm saying? And it basically reflects on my relationship with the industry. This is what it is. Often, my words fall on deaf ears.
You hear him?
Motherfuckers be listening, but don't hear. Talking to a nigga, he be sitting right here. I be like, where you going? Nigga be like, yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, though.
It's like, yo, I touch people. All that, you know, pull your titties out, shake your ass, and drive a car with big rims. That's some ignorant, yo.
Now, you got issues with the
You
industry.
hear him?
What's going down with the industry, dog?
The industry is full of a bunch of dick-sucking, dick-riding, bending over the desk-ass niggas, straight up like that. Whoever don't like it, bring it, nigga. Bring it. I don't give a fuck. Bring it. Bring it. You're not gonna see
Y'all
me
hear?
every party, every industry party, all the
All that
clubs.
went over y'all
I
head.
go somewhere quiet, man, shoot pool with me and my mans and them. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of shit I do. You know what I'm saying? Fuck my remote control cars, jump on the four-wheelers, you know what I mean? I ain't with all that in the club shit, throwing it up and all that bullshit. I ain't got time for that shit, man. I mean, 'cause then you find yourself doing the same shit every fucking day. What are you, a fucking alcoholic? You know what I mean? Come on, man. Give it a fucking break, man. Live a little, you know what I mean? I play with my kids, man. I play with my toys, I play with my dogs, man. You know what I'm saying? We go somewhere, shoot pool. We do what the fuck.